Yeah, I think we're live. All right. Um, so yeah, welcome to the stream then, and thank you so much for dropping by. This is a quick podcast. It's supposed to be a very technical podcast, um, and I really wanted to build like a nice little PPT. Unfortunately, I didn't have too much of time to discuss the laptop streaming builds. So we'll discuss this laptop streaming builds later. Later on, I'll also give the PC part picker links for all the builds that we have discussed. A big thank you to Feds Corner. If you guys are looking to build a streaming PC, uh, you can ping Feds Corner on Instagram, follow him on Instagram, follow him on YouTube. He will give you like a very good idea of how to build your PC specifically tuned to your budget. So let's do this. Let's talk. Let's talk about laptop streaming PCs and stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. This is a discussion, obviously, so please be a part of the discussion as well. All right. So how do I go to next page? Uh, what the fuck? Right. All right. So we've built it into four categories actually. So we've got the budget PC, which is on the left hand side, which is we're looking at about 50 to 60K. Now, I haven't given the separate pricing of the line items, but and also we're only talking about the PC. We're not talking about the monitors. We're not talking about the peripherals. I mean, we will touch upon those topics, but the idea is whatever goes into your PC. Okay. Then we've got the mid-tier PC, which is kind of what I'm running right now. That's exactly what I'm running right now. And then we have the fancy epic tier PCs. Now, I'm not going into modifications, lighting, and stuff like that. The pictures are just representational only. So don't get excited and don't get your decks hard. We're not discussing that. And then we have the laptop streaming setup. Now, the thing is, uh, the laptop streaming setup is actually not a budget streaming setup. We can go over some laptops, but I think the GTX 1060 series laptops and upwards are what I would recommend. I don't know about you guys, but well, that's what I recommend. In fact, I have the same case as well. That's the Cooler Master case. So yeah, all right. So let's talk epic streaming PCs first. So this is what Archie has suggested, and I quite like this. It is very very nice. We've got AMD Ryzen 7 CPU, 3700X, 3.6 gigahertz. So the question I asked Archie when he suggested this was, why not Intel? So his justification is that it is an 8-core, 16 threads CPU. You could go for the i7 9700K, but other than gaming for the i7 9700K, the Ryzen performs 8 to 9% better. All right. Um, Sorry to interrupt, but I have a laptop with a RTX 2070. But if I get a full-fledged gaming PC around 1080 Ti and stream using the laptop via OBS, will the quality be the same as two PCs? Pretty much, yes, of course. Yeah, it would. It would. So you'd need like a capture card, or you'd have to do it via the what is it that I think there's a way to do it via LAN cable. Forgetting what it's called. Uh, NDU, something like that. Yeah, but there's a way to even stream via LAN cable. I'd recommend just getting one of those Elgato capture cards, and throwing it in. But if you already have a laptop with an RTX 2070, I don't. I think streaming should be fine. What you might want to do is just get a secondary monitor and just put it on your side and stream. All right, coming back to the build. So now we've got the Ryzen 7. Now I really wanted to do like a versus. So because I'm not really sure what the specs are. So let's just Google this here, 97K. Let's look at CPU benchmark, and let's see what CPU benchmark has to say. So yeah, I mean in CPU benchmark, it's very clear that the 3700X, I mean, is clearly, the better system all around. So, oh wait, this is 9700K. What did he suggest? 9700K, yeah. NDI, the NDI plugin of OBS. Yes, thank you, thank you. Don't take AMD, it's the worst. I disagree. I think AMD as a CPU would be like pretty fucking amazing. I don't know. That's just what I think. If I was buying a PC, I would go AMD. For those of you who know who's Nvidia sponsored my gaming setup, my most recent gaming setup, which is also an Intel. It's an i7 8700K. It's great for gaming and stuff. But I have used Archie's computer, his whatever Ryzen computer he has. I've played Division 2 on his system and my system, and holy shit, Division 2 on his system is so smooth, and it's just amazing. Like, I don't know. So I'd go with Archie on this one. I think he's right. Um, so yeah, so going back to like the comparison sheet right here, uh, we're looking at um, we're looking at Ryzen, which is mostly sort of kicking ass. It's got faster overclock multi-core speed, much faster multi-core speed, and it's, of course, it's a newer, it's a newer system. So yeah, I'd recommend going for the Ryzen if you're going for an epic build. Uh, Dynamic resolution is for steady FPS. I'm not really sure. I'm guessing you're asking dynamic resolution in the context of PUBG Lite. For me, when I switched off dynamic resolution on Void, I don't know if you guys watch Void TV. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. He streams at night. He said if you remove it, you get better FPS, and I did, and I got 10 FPS more. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, "Wait, 10 FPS? That's not much." 10 FPS is a lot. It is 10 FPS is a difference that you would feel. So I would switch off dynamic resolution. Just stick to like a static resolution. Hello, Doc. JK, welcome to the stream. Anirudh 9000 says Indian consumers are still stuck on the fact that AMD shit heats a lot and doesn't perform. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I kind of blame AMD for not really going out there and advertising properly. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the AMD PCs are they're definitely much more powerful, much faster. All right, so then we come to the CPU cooler. So, oh, surprisingly, the stock picture that I used does have an NZXT CPU cooler. I don't know if it's the same one. So I'm using the Corsair liquid cooling systems. I'm forgetting what they are called. I'm pretty happy with Corsair, but a lot of PC enthusiasts just they just swear by NZXT. I've never used them myself, so go for it. As far as motherboards concerned, Asus just makes the best motherboards. And if you're not going for Asus, I would recommend ASRock or ASRock, however you want to pronounce it. I use ASRock for both my systems. Tank One uses ASRock. That is the i7 6700K motherboard. I don't know what. I think it's Z270. Yeah, and the I'm not sure. And the i7 8700K, which is my second Tank 2 PC, also uses an ASRock. I think it uses the 370, if I'm not mistaken. I might be making mistakes. How to disable dynamic resolution? Up there, you just go to the settings, graphics, and just uncheck it. Okay. Um, yeah, I no, not the H115. I use the H110. I use the H110. Yeah. Okay, so then we go to memory. So I would recommend 32 GB RAM minimum. I think anything above that is overkill. You don't really need more than 32 GB RAM, but it's really up to you guys what you guys want to do, how you guys want to, how much how much of memory you need. Minimum, I think, for a gaming system, streaming system is 16 GB. For just a regular gaming system, 8 GB is fine. But I'd say the recommended RAM that most video games are asking for is 16 GB. 32 GB is great if you have like fancy overlays. The thing is, it becomes very CPU heavy, especially because you're running OBS, and then OBS is taking up so much of CPU usage. In fact, Rakazone's current CPU is chugging because he's got a i7 6700. It's not even a 6700K. So he was telling me that he can't use some. He's got a designer. He's got some amazing overlays. You would have seen Hydroflix overlays, which are fantastic, like really like professional stuff. So if you want to run that stuff on your stream, if you want to give that effect and that feel, animated overlays is now like is becoming a staple amongst Indian live streamers. Like every Indian live streamer wants animated overlays. It is the shit now. Even I've been using animated overlays for for such a long time. In fact, if I can just find that link over here, there's a company called Nerd or Die, which you can go guys check out. So I've used the uplink. In fact, I used the uplink, then I saw Dynamo also using the same stream package, and I think he still uses it. You guys would have seen this, right? So these are all animated overlays, really nice, but you need a good system to run it. They use the WebM format, WEBM.WebM format. So if you want these animations on your stream, you're going to have to have a good CPU that can handle it. It helps to have decent amount of RAM. 16 GB, 3200 megahertz is the best. I agree, but Archie recommends that we go for 3600. Why not? This is an epic streaming build. This is a build that should last you 3 years without any issues, plus another 2 years if you really take care of your system. You clean it, you clean the dust out, whatever. And now coming to the GPUs. Now the GPU discussion, I can understand, will be a little controversial because again, this is becoming an AMD 5700 XT versus RTX 2080 situation. Now I don't know why he's not suggested the RTX 2080 Ti. Not really sure why, but according to Archie claims that the AMD would have tighter frames. It's 7 to 8% better than an equivalent Intel 2070, and it is 12% cheaper. If you look at the pricing, you can see that yes, the 2080 is definitely a more expensive GPU, and I'd agree that the AMD 5700 XT, it's got a higher spec score. Let's look at some of the benchmarks here. It has much better texture detail, much faster complex splatting. I don't know what I don't know what splatting is. Let's just check this out. What is splatting? This benchmark tests a GPU's ability to compute and render the motion of a flock of birds. The flocking simulation takes advantage of forced splatting to avoid collisions between particles, as well as to maintain a certain comfortable separation between all particles. Okay. I don't know if there are any computer science students in the audience here, but it looks like you get much faster multi-rendering on the RTX 2080, and of course you get the RTX ray tracing thing, which is always a nice thing. But I mean, as to be honest with you, like I really don't give a shit about ray tracing. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. That's just my opinion. If you have the money, go for it. But I don't know. I just don't understand people who are just dropping money on the RTXs. It just doesn't make sense. If it's a streaming setup and this is your epic streaming PC, I'd still go for the AMD, because I just think it's more value for money. It's how tech reviewers say, it's more bang for buck. So that's why I think I would also go for the XT. Now we come to storage. Any questions? Let's just go up. Let me just read. It's Villain says agree totally. Yo, MTech, welcome to the stream. Also, choose your build as per your gaming need and interest. Do you agree? So we are sort of going for a gaming PC that will essentially run like everything. Like it'll run all games. It'll allow you to stream all games at 1080p at 60 FPS. You don't always have to stream all your games at 1080p 60 FPS. I don't think it's necessary, but a lot of people would like to stream at 1080p 60 FPS. So this and have good frames in the game. So games like PUBG PC are really like unoptimized pieces of trash. So so that's what the Epic streaming PC that tier is built for. It's built for people who just really want to go to town. Okay, now we'll come to storage. Um, SLI I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend SLI at all. I wouldn't recommend. I forgot your real name, PC Peasants. My real name is Roheen. All right. Then we will go to SSDs. So the funny thing is, I got an M.2 SSD from HyperX, and let me tell you, the M.2 SSDs are fantastic. Boot times are amazing. So we recommend a Samsung 970 Evo M.2, or even I personally recommend the Kingston as well. Whatever you get at a better price, to be honest. So this is going to be like your operating system boot drive, boot SSD. So you can just like get that 6, 7, 8 second, like almost like a calculator boot. Then you have the SSD, which is going to have your top 3 games or your top 4 games. I'd also run OBS off the M.2 if possible. If not, I'd run it off one of the SSDs, preferably the M.2, the OS SSD. So like if you are playing games like Siege, if you're and you don't want people to spam hashtag SSD, put Siege, put PUBG PC, put CS:GO on your SSD. Whatever your top 3 games are, put it on your 500 GB SSD. What we have suggested is the Crucial MX500. Now, funny thing is, I've never heard of this brand, the Crucial brand, but Archie seems to really recommend it. In fact, he's recommended it in all the builds so far. So I think we should definitely consider it. Check it out, watch some reviews, see how it is. If you're not heard of Crucial, you can also go for Kingston. Intel is a little bit on the pricey side. Tank 1 has an Intel SSD. I think it has an Intel 5 SSD. Tank 1 is my first PC, in case you guys don't know. I have Tank 1, Tank 2, and what is it? Mini Tank. That's my laptop. um, so, talk about Optane memory. I don't know what Optane is. I don't know. I don't know. I'll read up and I'll tell you. I'll find out. I have no idea. Okay, I'll have to read up on that. I'm sorry. It honestly feels like you just educate yourself. More than half the chat is just screwing around. That's fine. That's what podcasts are. So yeah, the case. So the Cooler Master Box is a nice case. I didn't find a good enough picture, so let me just try to find you guys a picture. Let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at it. Just gonna come on. Let's open and see. I really like the mesh front panel. So AMD is obviously a very hot CPU. Your PC is going to be hot. You're going to need a lot of air intake. I really like this design. It's got like a transparent side panel, which even my Masterbox Pro has. It's great, man. It's a really nice looking. It's a really nice looking. The same. You can get blue accents, red accents, black and red accents. I mean, dude, whatever. I'll probably go for this one. I like a nice plain black looking PC. I mean, that's just who I like. That's just what I like. What if you install games on the M.2? You can go for the M.2 as well. I own the Western Digital 240 GB M.2 SSD and it got installed onto my Aspire 5. Damn, the boot time is always better, 4 to 5 seconds. Also got CS:GO installed on the same. Yeah, so Ankan, please answer Sachin 16's question: how does a CS:GO run on your M.2? I don't think I have any games on my M.2. Yeah, except PUBG PC. Yeah, and PUBG PC runs really well on my other system. So, so this is what your system is going to look like, Epic tier. This is what we recommend. If you have any questions, I'll answer them, and then we can move to like a next to the next system build. As for Optane memory, I have no idea what Optane memory is. Intel Optane memory technology deliver an amazingly responsive computing and storage experience on the latest Intel processor-based systems. So I guess it's, I don't know, it's some new. It looks like an M.2 interface. It's a hyper-fast memory module. Uh, is being marketed primarily in a specialized M.2 card. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Looks like an M.2 stick, and this is the MB511. This is the Cooler Master MB511 that we're looking at right now. And what else? Yeah. And various technologies to improve super low latency. Okay, so it is storage. Okay, it is basically storage. Man, if you can afford Intel, like, go for it. I honestly just I can't. So yeah. Anyway, so is that it? What is your setup comparing to these setups? I think my current setup is the closest to the Epic streaming. No, the setup that I'm streaming on right now is closest to mid tier, and my so that's Tank 1 is closest to mid tier, and Tank 2 is closest to Epic, closest. But it's still an i7 8700K, so it's like I think pricing has probably gone down by a lot. Okay, but this is sort of a build which is at the 1.5 lakhs like range. So this is an expensive PC, but this is the dream PC that most Indians would be able to afford if they're going like all out. Of course, if you're going for like the liquid cooling stuff and all the other cool fancy, like, then you're looking at like a 2.5 lakh plus PC. And this is just the PC. I'm not talking about the monitors, the peripherals, everything else, the table, all that stuff. I have the MB511. I think. Does your PC look like? Where is it? Where is it? Does it look like this? This is the MB511, right? Yeah. MCB B511. Best GPU for 60 plus FPS 1080p, GTX 1080, bro. just go for the GTX 1080. Even the 1080 1070 Ti. It also depends what games you want to play. Like if you're playing CS:GO and stuff like that, just you can go even lower. So you can go for the 1660 also, But I have the GTX 1080, and it's fine. All right, so now we're going to the mid-tier streaming PCs. This is kind of what I have. Like, this is the range that I have right now. So what Archie has suggested is the Ryzen 5 3600. It is a 6-core 3.6 gigahertz processor. We've gone for a air cooler instead of a liquid cooler since this is mid-tier. I think the Ryzen 3600 comes with a cooler, but I'm not sure. I think it does come with a cooler. The stock Ryzen coolers are not too bad. It's fine. Like, it actually does the job. But a lot of people in India like argue that it's not good enough to keep the chip cool. So okay, so whatever. Then we've got the Asus Prime B450 Plus motherboard, which goes with the Ryzen 5, 16 GB RAM. So we've scaled back the RAM from 32 GB to 16 GB, and what surprisingly Archie suggests the RTX Super 2070. Now, I don't know why he did, but he did. And the thing is, if you're planning to buy the Super, it is going to set you back. Let me see how much. I have no idea. Let's go. Yeah. So there we go. So we've got 36,785 on the RTX 2070 Super, and it's still more expensive than the AMD RX 5700 XT, and the AMD 5700 XT is still going to be a better purchase. You know, just overall, it's just more. It's better value. It's 20% cheaper. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I think it's just the better GPU. So, but if you really wanna like go Nvidia, I mean, I guess the RTX 2070 Super is the best way to go. And if you wanna buy this, you have to buy it from the Nvidia website. Hey Mukundan, Ankit Roy, GTA 1066 GB is good for most battle royale games at 60 FPS. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. Hello Snaz, welcome to the stream. You need to update the BIOS on that mobile. In fact, Xenon, the new mobiles actually come with a sticker which says updated BIOS. Booyah. Don't believe everything PC Part Picker tells you. RTX 6969. Hi. So I don't know. Like I'd leave it to you. See, the thing is, a lot of people have misconceptions about Nvidia because Nvidia's marketing is fantastic. They have like some of the best marketing any gaming company has. So they really fucking go all out on their marketing. They just like check out RTX, check out this, check out that. But at the end of the day, I just think that the AMD is more value for money, more performance, and from a streaming PC, you look for performance. You're not looking to stream with RTX on. You're really not, and especially in a mid-tier situation, you're not. So, yeah. So anyway, that's that. Coming to storage again, Archie has gone for the crucial MX500 solid state drive, which he absolutely recommends. He's recommending 500 GB so you can run all your games and your OS off the system, and the personal favorite Seagate Barracuda 2TB 7200 RPM hard drive for all your pornography. Something I forgot to like talk about was the power supply. Like in the previous build, in the Epic streaming PC build, we had the 750 watts gold edition fully modular power supply. So a fully modular power supply, for those of you who don't know, let me just pull up like an image here of something which is fully modular. So so the idea is like all your cables can be detached, and they can give you much better sort of cable management. Better cable management means cleaner lines, cleaner cable management, which means better airflow. So since you're going for the Ryzen 3700X, I would definitely recommend a very, very clean sort of nice spatial. There should be a lot of space. It shouldn't be like one jungle in your cabinet, right? So so we've gone for the fully and we recommend gold certified upwards. You don't have to go for platinum and titanium if you don't want to. If you don't have the budget for it, it's fine. Gold will do the job. Corsair is a great brand. I've mostly been using Corsair power supplies my entire life. Just don't get the Corsair CX series. It's terrible. It's terrible. So you see this in this picture, the CX500. I've had a CX500 and my friend has had two CX500s, and three CX500s that I know of have failed and have stopped working. Do not get the CX500 series. Get any other series, just not the CX500 series. I don't know what's up with that series. Maybe it's just not made for the Indian sort of gaming, Indian power supply situation, but I don't know. Then you have, again, the case Cooler Master. You can get the same Cooler Master MB511 ATX mid tower case, and of course, go for a gold certified power supply unit. Again, this time Archie has recommended the Cooler Master MWE Gold, which is 650 watts, and for the Epic Tier 1, we've suggested 750 watts. 750 watts is just, it's fine. If you're planning to like add more hard disks later on, then maybe you could future proof it with 1000 watts, but I don't recommend doing that. I think I've been running 750 watts on Tank 2, and I don't think I need to. I've added a couple of hard disks and it's fine, man. It's running fine. Um, all right, now budget. Budget. Right. So again, the question that arises is, should I go for Intel or should I go for Ryzen? I personally think the Intel is the better offering, but I think it's, it's it seems to be gaming is better on the Intel, and Ryzen comes off as a better workstation. So, like, if you look at the effective speeds, I think it is kind of comparable. The Intel is slightly more expensive, but yeah, I'd leave it up to you. I leave it up to you. This is just, if you want to go for Intel, go for Intel. It's really really up to you here. If you're going for the Intel, go for the AS Rock motherboards. I don't recommend Gigabyte motherboards. MSI after sales support used to be terrible. I don't know what it is right now, but I've had really personally bad experiences with MSI. I know friends who've had bad experiences with Gigabyte, so I just don't recommend Gigabyte and MSI in the motherboard category. I recommend AS Rock and Asus. Those guys are good. Your motherboard stops working, you can get it fixed. It's absolutely fine. And how do I have Rockstar headphones? I got the sticker at Comic Con Bangalore. Memory, again, we're going for 16 GB RAM, 2 into 8. This time we're going for 3200 megahertz, as somebody mentioned in chat, and that's only because we want to save a little bit more money on that streaming setup. GPU, we've suggested the 1660 Ti. I would recommend going with Zotac. Zotac is cheap, but the build quality of Zotac GPUs are not that great. I'd recommend the Zotac GPUs which are being made for the stock NVIDIA GPUs which are being made by Zotac, but the Zotac GPUs are but it's the cheapest, so just go for it. 1660 Ti, 6 GB, and yeah, that should take care of whatever streaming needs you have. Hard disk, we've recommended a 1 TB hard disk, 7200 RPM, and SSD. Check out Kingston SSDs, by the way. So my Tank 2 came with a Kingston SSD, really good, runs really well. 120 GB. This is just for boot. We'd recommend boot and OBS. We'd recommend installing the games on the hard disk, and then we have the case. The case is an interesting case. I really like this case. I think Archie has this case, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Fantex P300. It looks kind of good. Like I really like how nice it looks. So yeah, look at that. It looks pretty good. So nice clean lines, very simple. Of course, it's closed in the front. Well, this is I think this is a very good case for India, because like if you live in a very dusty city like say Delhi, I'd say this is a very good case, and it's got like a glass cabinet. It's nice and spacious. You can go sit in there and cry yourself to sleep because you don't have a girlfriend. So it's great. I'd recommend the Fantex P300. Amp edition. The 2600X is a mammoth. Yes, it's pretty good, but I'd say it's sort of between budget and mid tier. Yeah, if you want to stretch your budget a little bit, you can go for that. Again, the Intel doesn't come with a CPU cooler, which is why we've suggested the Cooler Master Hyper 212. It's a very old, tried and tested CPU cooler. It's great. The Ryzen 2600 would come with its own CPU cooler, so you wouldn't have to worry about anything. And of course, we've suggested the Corsair 550 watts CXM bronze. It's a semi-modular. Semi-modular means like the PCIe cables will be modular, but the main sort of, I think the main motherboard cables will not be modular. I'm not sure. Just check it out. And Windows 10 across all PCs. Right. So that's CPUs. That's just the cases. Before, of course, we go into gaming monitors, let's talk about let's just talk about laptop. Now, for laptop, you would have to be on Amazon. So I don't know how many GTX 1660 Ti laptops are there. There's the Asus TUF, which somebody was playing on the other day. Neil was playing on the other day, and he seemed to have very good things about it. So the trick about gaming laptops is I feel like if you're buying a gaming laptop, buy one on an Amazon sale. Like wait for the next sale. Don't be an idiot. Apur Joshi, yes, the Cooler Master MB511 is also a good idea. Wow, I just got an ad on Facebook for how to build a PC. Sachin16 says, thanks for the stream, by the way. Of course, man. That's the entire point of these podcasts is just for us to have like a basic discussion and just have fun. Yeah, so for gaming laptops, see, the thing is, gaming laptops are not budget. They are not budget, and they will never be budget because you're taking an entire gaming PC and you're cramming it into a small form factor, which is supposed to be sleek and elegant and all that. Like, and gaming laptops are heavy as F. They're really, really heavy. Like my what is it? My HP Omen is so heavy. It's a workout taking it all over the city. I really wish I had like a sleek MacBook Pro, because when I'm meeting clients and you're doing like pitches and stuff like that, it looks really shitty when you pull out a gaming laptop. They're just like, ugh. Like, let me just show you for a second. Alright, this is what it looks like. Like seriously, like if you pull this out in an office, it just looks horrible. Okay, it doesn't, like, I told you, right, I had a presentation with the Ford managing director for this landscaping project, and this is what I pulled out, and I was telling my dad, I'm like, this looks really unprofessional, and he's like, yeah, I know it looks kiddish, but whatever, it looks sleek at the same time. So maybe I can get a cover for this. I don't know, like, I'm just not comfortable taking this to this thing, and it's heavy, dude. It's heavy, and if you see, I don't know if you guys can see the back, but there's already so much of dust on it. It's already starting to, like, So I need to give this for servicing. It's time. There's like dog hair and cum, and it's just like it's just a mayhem. It's just a mess. So, Saksham Tulani says, looks wise, check out the Legion 540. So anyway, so like streaming setups, this is not bad. This is actually okay. This is still better than the HP in terms of the look. It looks a little bit more corporate-y. I like corporate and sleek looking laptops. But the i7-8750H, which is the same spec of my laptop, is not bad. It runs PUBG PC. I can stream PUBG PC at about 60 FPS. It's not bad. It's doable. You can read comments off your phone. The webcam camera is fine. I think I can find like a stream PUBG laptop, HP Omen, PC Peasants. I think this is a PUBG PC laptop stream. Yes, this is a PUBG PC laptop stream. No, 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 no. I have done one from the laptop. Yeah, yeah, it's this one. It is this one. Yeah, it is this one. I wonder if you can see how much FPS we had. Just hold on. Mm, no, I'm not able to see how much FPS we had. Oh, what? Why is the quality so bad? Yeah, so this is a 1070, and I think, judging from the quality, I'm running this on very, very low settings. So, the stream from Thailand, yeah, yeah. I mean, even this is the same thing. I'm running it on very, very low settings. So yeah, I mean, you can stream PUBG PC. PUBG PC is just a really shitty version of the game. So I don't know. Like, I'd leave it to you guys. So laptops. What were you saying? Legion Y. What is it? Y 520. Saksham was saying 540. Legion. The Legion. Are you talking about the Y 540? I don't think. Legion Y 530 is there, which is 73K. Uh, that's okay. I can't see the video. I'm not able to really see pictures of this. I mean, Legion laptops are, yeah, they're okay. I guess they're boring to look at. I'm not really happy with the specs that the Legion laptops give you, but yeah, if this is what it looks like, it's not too bad. What are your thoughts on Intel NUCs and TV gaming in general? Intel NUCs are extremely expensive, and TV gaming. Let's see, man. Let's see what happens with Stadia. Dude. Like, it's going to be a very interesting, very, very interesting, like, couple of years when Stadia comes. I'd like to see how Reliance fights off Google Stadia. Will be very, very cool. Like, anyway, so that's pretty much gaming laptops. Go for whatever you can. Uh, just it's affordability, and then just get a good headset. We'll come to the miking. I'll come to the miking after this. All right, now coming to gaming monitors. So what we recommend is having a 144 hertz monitor for your gaming, because your system is going to be taking a little bit of FPS off your game because you're streaming. So you want to make sure your gameplay is smooth. Uh, a lot of people play way better when they're not streaming. Uh, People like me, I actually play much better when I'm not streaming. Um, because when I'm streaming, I'm distracted. I've got the chat on. I've got, like, I need to keep checking, is the stream working or not. Link for your headphone cushions. Okay, so just since he is asked, I'm just gonna. So I got the brainwaves ear cups. So this is what I got. It is velour ear cups. This is what I'm using. Looks pretty good. I really like it, and it's quite comfortable. So I'm just gonna leave the link for you guys, and you can click on it. You get different colors, and you get different textures as well. I like the velour ones, because the Cloud Core ones don't come with velour, but the Cloud Core 2s come with velour. Even the alphas don't come with velour, so, which is sad, but yeah. Okay, so coming back to monitors, we've got the primary monitor, which is a 144 hertz monitor. This is 1080p gaming. This is not QHD gaming. This is not 4K gaming. This, even with the Epic system, for a streaming setup, you don't need a QHD 4K monitor. Um, if you're not streaming and you're just playing single player games, then go for QHD. Then, if you're going to play Cyberpunk, you have enough money to go for the 5700, what is it, the AMD GPU, then yes, then go for a nice QHD monitor. Go check out the HP XQ monitor video that I've done. I have a 144 hertz sponsored monitor by HP. It is the HP 27XQ. It is a beautiful monitor, QHD. Oh my god, oh my god! Like if you see Division 2 on that monitor, it's just like it's jaw dropping. But this is 1080p. This is streaming. Most people don't have more than a 1080p phone. They're mostly going to be watching on your phone. In fact, if you look at most of the YouTube metrics, most people will be watching at 720p, and there'll be a few people watching at 1080p. Most people are watching at 720p, maybe 720p 60 fps, but it helps to have a 1080p 60 fps upload. Suppose you want to make an edit later on, or you want to make highlights, stream highlights. It won't be as high quality as saving it at 15 mbps bitrate to your hard disk and then editing it, but it's just easier to just download the stream and then just edit it and put it up again. But there is going to be a loss of quality. Will it fit for HyperX Alpha? Yeah, it's all the same. It'll fit on all the HyperX headsets. I have the CFG 70 and it's great. So curved monitors are a very interesting concept. For those of us, most of us would have been playing on just normal monitors. Curved monitors are really nice. It's a very nice feeling. It's a little bit of immersion. It's it's very different from the experience that you get with regular monitors, and I'd highly recommend picking up a curved monitor. The Samsung LC24FG73 is the cheapest good curved monitor that you can get. I personally am a fan of the LG curved monitors, and I'm not just saying this because LG used to be one of my sponsors, but the LG monitor was the LG, like the color correction, the color quality, I feel is better than the Samsung. Archie disagrees with me. Archie says no, Samsung's better. But from a pricing angle, yes, I agree. The Samsung is far cheaper, and yeah, go for it. I'd recommend, if you're building a PC, your first gaming monitor should be a curved 144 hertz VA panel as your primary, and as your secondary, go for a Dell 60 hertz IPS. Now, the reason I'm saying this is Dell monitors have great color correction. They are very color accurate monitors. They're generally used by video editors and like concept artists, designers. So if you're making thumbnails and you really want to see what color your thumbnail is going to look like what the actual, like if you put in a red color, is the red going to be the actual red? You can actually use a Dell monitor to get the most accurate color. The most accurate monitors, in my opinion, are the Apple monitors, but like those are like really expensive. That $1,000 Apple monitor is like that's the dream. That is the dream, by the way. But if you can afford a Dell 60 hertz as your secondary monitor, IPS is good because you have better viewing angles, and the thing is, you're generally sitting in front of your primary monitor, and your secondary monitor is to the side, and because it's to the side, it's at an angle, and maybe you're using it to read chat, so you want to make sure that chat is visible. It's jaw dropping, it's breathtaking, it's whatever. Hello, Hush, Makwana, welcome to the stream. We're talking about streaming setups. We just finished all four streaming setup categories, which were budget, mid-tier, epic, and laptop. This is epic, this is mid-tier, this is budget. I'm gonna make this PPT available for you guys. I'll add a download link in the description, and you guys can download it and just use it. Like whatever, it's all yours. This is for you guys. So this is gaming monitors. This is what I recommend. Go check out the pricing. Now, obviously, if you're spending a lot of money on an epic system and you don't have money on a monitor, that's fine. Just wait a year and go for a distinct monitor. But I just think a 144 hertz monitor is should be the staple gaming monitor that people should go for. It's very easy for me to say say it, considering all my 144 hertz monitors have been sponsored. So like I might people are gonna be like, uh, hey Venom, you just get free monitors. I mean, yeah, okay, I do, but if I were to buy a monitor, I would just go for like a 144 hertz. I would spend the money, and that's why I'm recommending it to you guys as well. Okay. I've used Dell. I'm still using my Dell 21.5 inch S2240L. My Dell monitor is my reading monitor. My BenQ monitor right now. It's a very old BenQ monitor. It's a 60 hertz monitor, but my BenQ monitor is my primary monitor, and for my current setup at my parents' house, and it's great. It's fine. Like, it does the job. I just wish it was a 144 hertz. All right, let's go to microphones. Before we go to microphones, I just want to read up on chat. Rename the stream to Roheen Tech Tips. I don't think I should, because a lot of this advice and stuff has been given to me by Archie. So I think a lot of credit to Fet's Corner. If you haven't gone to Fet's Corner's channel, go check out his channel. In fact, since we're on the subject, this is kind of like a shout out. But Fet recently did a video which I think is fantastic, and you know, we should check it out.
Awesome as they are, they went above and beyond and let me get some hands-on time with the brand new Asus ROG Strix Car 3. Let me get this out of the way first. The RGB on this is better than anything I have seen till date on a laptop. And in 2019, it's all about that sweet RGB.
Yeah,
so
boy.
Where does one start when it comes to talking about gaming laptops? Well, why not with the build quality? And as far as I can see, this thing is built to last. There's very little flex on the screen itself, on the top bezel, that is, on the top hinge. The hinges are solid in and of themselves. They should last you a good 3-4 years.
Why is it properly framing?
You don't take it out to play frisbee or something. There's very little flex on the keyboard panel itself, so pressing down, there's not much give, which actually speaks volume about the build quality itself. The physical aspects surrounding or flanking the entire body.
I just don't understand why you'd put the numpad.
Are these really nice RGB?
I just don't understand why you would put the numpad on the mousepad. Like, why would you do that? But this is an RTX laptop. Like, it's quite nice. I like the carbon fiber like finish. Looks pretty good. But anyway, so go check out Fet's Corner. He makes amazing content. Order the cushions. Hope to get soon. Thanks. Well done, Rusty Gamer. So anyway, go check out his channel. I'm gonna just share this on my community post. Just shout out Fet's Corner. So just go check it out. Go give him your love. Go watch the video. Leave a like. 1,700 views. Let's get it at 2,000 views. What do you say? All right. So coming back to microphones. Who said Linus does all the work? Yeah, Linus is a team, bro. Bro, do you know what happened yesterday? Yeah, I know. We'll discuss that later. We're discussing hardware right now. Now, coming to microphones. Microphones, audio is really important in your live stream. Like, I have this amazing, huge mic, which is smaller than my penis, and like, you want to have good audio in your live streams. Now, for budget, I would recommend the HyperX headsets. The HyperX mics are pretty good out of the box. I think they're better than the Corsair mics, hands down. You can go for the Cloud Core mic. It's good enough. I'd say the Cloud 2 mics are the sweet spot. The the alphas I think use the same Cloud 2 mics as well. And the Revolver S mic is just garbage. Do not get the Revolver S mics. Like, it's horrible. Even my HP Omen headset has a really nice mic. So a gaming headphones in the price range of 5,000 rupees should have a decent enough mic for you to live stream with. Okay. Um, Another thing about having a mic right next to your mouth is that it won't pick up the ceiling fan. It won't pick up your mom fighting with your dad asking for a divorce. It won't. It won't. It'll drown out the sound of your dogs. It'll make sure that whatever environmental sounds are there don't come and disturb your audience. Audio is a very important part of YouTube. In fact, I would argue audio is more important than video, primarily because the most people watch videos on their phones, and the phone speakers are shit. So you see, I just have one great grill for the phone speaker here. That's it. In fact, even the OnePlus 7 has two grills, but the right grill is for the microphone, and the left grill is for the speakers. So phone speakers are not great, and you just want to have good audio as much as possible. People should just be able to like watch your streams from the phone with no issues. And if they really like, if you're somebody who's swearing a lot, cussing a lot, then you really want to get earphones, and when they're listening on earphones, they shouldn't hear you breathing or wheezing, which is also another reason why I don't like headset mics, because you can really like Aphex, for example, who's PC Peasants, our Discord moderator. Aphex keeps breathing into his mic. It's really annoying, and then we're just like, shut up, Aphex. So, but for a budget gamer, a headset mic is a good start. Right now, moment you move into mid tier, that's when you're sort of in the USB microphone range, and the microphone that Archie recommends, and I agree with him, is the Samsung C01. Now, I use the Samsung C03, which I was given by NVIDIA, and the C03 is actually not meant for voiceovers. It's meant for instrumental and music and stuff. I tried to explain it to the acquisitions guy at NVIDIA at the time, that you're giving me the wrong mic for streaming, but he didn't listen, and he gave us the C03, which was very stupid. But whatever, my Yeti was giving me problems then. I have since fixed my Yeti, and my Yeti is now, I think it's doing a pretty decent job. But yeah, the mod mic is great. I think I have one right here. One second. Let me just pick up my mod mic. I completely forgot about that. It's actually a good idea. Right. So the mod mic is pretty cool. It's by a company called Antline, right here. And Antline, you get the mod mic in this nice case. So you can open the case like this, and this is what you get in the case. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me just open OBS. So in the case you get a mic. Oopsie. You get a mic that has sort of like foam on it, and this has like an 3.5 mm jack that connects into your PC, okay, and on the edge of the mic is a magnet. All right, so this is glue. One second. Okay, so it's got a magnet, and you get something like this, which sticks to your headset. So you sort of stick it like this. I hope it stays on. No, I think it's the left side. So you stick it like this, and it just sort of clips on, and then you can use it as a mic. This is a great microphone. It's fantastic. It's just that the glue comes off. So if the glue comes off, then you need to, you really need to do, you need to figure out a solution for it. Um, I don't know, some sort of 3M sticky. Just put the glue back on, and it has some cable management, and it fits right like this. This is great. I generally keep this in my laptop bag, so I take this if I need to stream from another area, or if I need to basically I don't know, like stream, like take a call, take a Skype call. This is really good. But ever since I got the sort of the Bose wireless headsets, I don't think I really need it anymore. I think it's fine. Like, I just use the Bose microphone. It's not the greatest microphone, but it's just convenient. Um, so USB microphones, don't get the Blue Yeti. I don't recommend it at all. I know MKBHD sort of recommends the Blue Yeti. It's just, I think it's a shitty mic. It's just too sensitive. You need a studio setup. You need no sound, and living in India is just, it's not a microphone that's good for an Indian streamer. It's just not. Yeah. Okay. Then when we're going to Epic tier, that's when USB microphones stop becoming a thing, and then we're looking at the Audio Technica 2035s and a audio interface. So this is an XLR microphone. So the microphones that you would have seen like on stage, for example, and these are really like professional grade microphones. You'll sound really good. You will need like a pop filter or something. Like I'm using a foam for my microphone. Actually my microphone is just this much. Okay, and yeah, show my laptop back. It's there. I'll have to get up and get it. I'm using the Lenovo laptop pack, which I got from the first Gamer Connect that we went for. So yeah, so the Audio Technica is like really good quality stuff. It's the high end stuff. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Vrixter uses this. I don't think he uses the mic, but he uses the audio interface. It is expensive and it's great. How's the Cloud Pro? It's for 5.7K on MDC. Cloud Pro? What is the Cloud Pro? I have no idea. Yeah. Right. And other stuff that you can get from your streaming setup. Of course, this is now pushing it to Epic tier streaming setups. See, if you really need like a very basic streaming setup, I'd say just go for the 720p webcam, which has autofocus. There are a few which you can get in the 5k range, 5,000 rupees range, but then you have the 10,000 rupees Logitech 920 C920, which is what I'm using, which is also what's in the picture. It's great. It's got autofocus. The microphone I'm not a very big fan of. It's okay if like, it's there in my house. If my parents want to make Skype calls, they can. But like in the day and age of a cell phone, why the hell would you need to make Skype calls? You just use your phone, you know. 80-20-20 best mic it is. I don't know. Yes, Elgato stuff. Coming to the Elgatos, yes. Okay, so before we go to the Elgatos, lighting is really important. Ring lights are very nice. If you saw the thumbnail, by the way, credit to whoever made that thumbnail. I just ripped it off Google. I'm sorry, I didn't have time. But the ring lights are really nice. It's a very good way of lighting up your face. It's a lot of streamers use it, but a ring light is not enough for a green screen. For a green screen needs to be very well lit, and I think the problem is most people have artifacts on their green screen. Like even I used to, because we didn't have good lighting. You need like studio lights, and you need a 2-point light source. Um, a single light source won't be good enough for a green screen. So remember that if you're buying a green screen, you'll have to get a 2-point light source. It'll get hot. It will get hot, especially if you're streaming in India. You'll start sweating. You'll have to stream in the AC. It just gets unbearable. I would not recommend a green screen. Personally, I would recommend just cleaning up your room and just streaming like that. But it's kind of like it's kind of up to you. Titles HyperX Cloud Pro. I've never used one. I'd still recommend the Cloud 2 or the Alphas, in my opinion. So ring light is good if you don't give a shit about the background of your webcam. But if you're doing a green screen, you need a 2-point light setup. I'd recommend getting two soft boxes, and just sort of lighting it and keeping your green screen like about 5 feet 5 feet behind your webcam so that it's nicely lit, it's green, and then OBS does the green removal so that it looks transparent. Now coming to the Elgato situation, I have an Elgato, and it's great if you have a PlayStation and you're going to stream console games. It is okay to get an Elgato if you want to do a laptop plus PC stream. Fine. But Elgatos crash a lot, especially the HD60 and the HD60S. They crash a lot. Okay, you can get the internal Elgatos, but they will run you up double the price. I think almost pretty expensive. As for the Stream Decks, I think the Stream Decks are really useful. I personally don't have a Stream Deck. I would like one, but I just can't justify dropping 12,000 rupees on the Stream Deck, because I just bought a OnePlus 7 and headphones. I don't think I have enough. I can't keep spending money on stream stuff. But if you're a professional streamer, you want to be a professional streamer, yeah, go for it. The stream. I think out of all the things, I feel the Stream Deck would be the one thing that would be useful, but you'd have to really spend time and how much is the Stream Deck right now? I'm not really sure. 1 second. Elgato Stream Deck. So let's go for Amazon.in. Stream Deck live content creation. Alright, so it's 11,300, almost 12k. I like it. I think it's really it's a great idea. It's a great concept. I just don't see myself using it that much. But I'd probably just use it to switch scenes and add funny noises like farts and shit. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't use it well. Am I a full-time streamer? I am not a full-time streamer. I'm a part-time streamer. Yush. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching the stream. I think that's about it. If you guys enjoyed this stream, do hit that like button and subscribe. And if you want to support my stream, you can click the join button. It just costs 30 rupees, 3 vada pavs. That's all. Go sponsor me. Become a member of the Lolly Squad. That's what we're calling ourselves now. The Lolly Squad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was an informational podcast for you guys. If you want to download this streaming bills PPT, I will keep it available on the description, so you can just download it. And questions. Okay, so let's just break for a 5-minute question round. Nihar has a question, so we'll just talk about it, and then curved monitor versus flat screen. Curved monitor. I prefer curved monitors because it's more immersive. It's nice. Add a flex meter. I think I'd rather not. First of all, says I hate vada pav and then makes it a selling point. I hate vada pavs. Bought 50k plus on Bose headphones, can't afford 12k streaming deck. Exactly. How 50k plus on Bose headphones? It was 23k, bro. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. Please do give me some suggestions for next week's podcast, so that I can prepare for it. I did a little bit of homework. A big thank you to Feds Corner. Go check out Feds Corner for all your tech content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and happy gaming. Take care. Bye bye.